You are fine here. How are you doing?
I can hardly believe what happened.
Ready to call the police?
There's no need. I don't think either of them will be back. Even when people said it, I still can't believe that Dawn could have been helping.
She fooled us both.
I know things are rocky at times, but I felt she was like a daughter to me. How could I have been so stupid?
You're not stupid. You want to see the best of people.
What's going on?
Will, looking for payback.
What? Oh, well, I don't even know what to say. Stupid question, but are you okay?
I reckon he's got it out of his system, and they've both gone for good now.
Both?
Dawn was helping.
Oh, Harriet, I'm so sorry. But shouldn't this be a crime scene? What are the police doing?
She doesn't want to call them.
Fancy another brew?
Best not. Should be our shout, but me and Lydia are a bit skint at the moment.
My treat, then.
Thanks. It doesn't really solve the problem. Cleaning work's dried up a bit recently, and if I don't find something extra in the village, I might have to start looking further afield.
Yeah, maybe we both will. Aren't any gamekeeper's jobs going locally either?
They need a gamekeeper at Old Farm. Your dad says the place is a mess since you left there.
Don't mean Kim Tate and I one of us lot, though, does it?
Unless we can convince her ladyship that you two are just what she needs.
Hey. Dad not made you out decent for breakfast. I could make something else.
I'm not hungry.
Right, where have you been?
On the phone, fobbing off Jessie. She's a bit concerned that you didn't turn up to your exam again this morning.
I'm not interested.
Yeah, well, you need to be interested. You need your exams to start planning the rest of your life.
I did that. I wanted it to be with Maya.
Yeah, well, she's gone now.
Because of the way you all treated her.
Hey, JK. So good to have you back.
Stop acting like nothing's wrong. You're feeling guilty at the way you all ganged up on Maya.
Look, what Maya did was wrong. I got angry because I care about you.
Well, I'll never forgive any of you.
Are you going to do something to stop it going on like this?
I don't know what else to do. He won't listen to me. Have you two got any ideas?
No, but we can't just stand by and let him ruin his future.
Look, in the end, maybe he'll realise that with Maya gone, we're all he's got left. Hopefully we can persuade him to forget about her and move on with the rest of his life.
Thanks for helping me clear up. Pearl was going to pop in this morning and do the flowers. I'd have hated her to find that coffin.
You're going to tell her about what happened with Will, though, yeah?
Giving her a watered-down version of what's been going on. There's no point worrying her any more than we have to, and I've told you they won't be coming back.
I mean, Ryan's taken it badly. He really cared about Dawn, didn't he?
I think she cared about him too, in her own way.
You know, you don't have to keep defending her.
Maybe I should just try and put it all behind me and move on.
You say that Will won't come back, but I've seen what he's capable of now. I mean, he's stuck a coffin in your church. He could do anything.
No. I know he probably had worse planned, but when it came to the crunch, he knew he couldn't really hurt me.
Well, I hope you're right, because you're not the only one in danger here. You've got Pearl living with you. You've got a congregation that come to church every week. Anyone could get caught in the crossfire.
I went to go see my mum.
How did it go?
Usual. She thought throwing money around would make up for her being so horrible.
Well, if she's determined to make up for it, then there is something. But I'd need you to do me a favour, though.
I'd be happy to do anything I can to help.
Anthony, Bob.
You all right? Looking a bit down.
Turned out you and Charity were right about Dawn. She was lying to me.
What's she done now?
She was helping her dad terrorise Harriet all along.
What? After everything Harriet did for her. Right, I should go around there and make sure she's all right.
No, just leave it for now. Yeah, she got low there. She went into the church yesterday. and they laid the coffin up for her.
Seriously? Maybe I need to have a word with these two.
It's too late. They're gone.
How did the equine exam go?
Yeah, okay, I think. No symptoms for colic, at least. Actually, look, why don't I come round for lunch today? Tell you all about it.
Really?
Yeah. But only if you invite Lisa to join us. Make up for being so horrible to her.
Lisa, I want to apologise for being rude yesterday and to invite you to join Jamie and me for lunch.
You've changed your tune. Well, thank you very much, but I've got a prior engagement. Lydia and Sam have already promised to make me my dinner. But, well, maybe they could make it at yours. What do you say?
More the merrier.
This is going to be fun.
Hi. Hey, Grandad. I'm really sorry for running into you yesterday.
That's okay, mate. I could see you were upset.
Still wasn't right, though. Maybe I could help you out at the B&B to make up for it.
If you want to make up for things, maybe you should knuckle down to your exams.
I was talking to Grandad, not you.
Yes, I think you could have a little break, as long as you're back to studies afterwards.
Fine. Come on.
Right?
Great. He doesn't listen to me. He obviously thinks that I'm handling Jacob all wrong.
At least Jacob's listening to him. Let's give him a chance, yeah?
But what about Maya? This don't mean we'll let her get away with it.
No, of course not. We've got to see that through for Jacob.
And if she gets arrested, at least it'll stop him hoping she's coming back.
No. I want to confront her with what she's done. Hear her try and justify herself to me.
Told you we could have everything ready for tomorrow.
Couldn't have done it without you.
We always make a great team.
I guess so.
Maybe we could open a bottle of something to celebrate.
I don't feel like celebrating.
Look, we've been over this. It was kind of Eric's fault as much as yours. If he hadn't ignored his hearing problem, he wouldn't have walked out the way he did.
No, Frank. He ended up in hospital and Jamie took the blame. I should have admitted it was down to me.
But you're the only one who knows that. The police closed the case. He'll soon be back to his old self again. Just forget it.
I've tried.
I'm sure there are a lot of people who've done what you did and never given it a second thought. It was an accident.
When Rishi had a go at him, he felt so bad he had to leave the party. How do you think that made me feel? I can't sleep at night. I've got to tell him.
Well, if you open that box, you might not be able to close it again.
Then that's the way it's going to have to be. I've made up my mind. Eric needs to know the truth.
You shouldn't have told him.
Diane, he's my husband. And Vic was okay with it, I promise.
You've spoken to her.
I'm ready to support her.
There's nothing you can do.
I reckon there is. We can find out who did this and I can sort him out.
She's reported it to the police and she wants them to deal with it.
Oh, well, my way's quicker.
We need to do this Vic's way. We need to respect that.
And meantime, the best thing you can do is not tell anybody else. That's why Robert's taken her away, to get some space. The last thing she needs is to get back to the village and everybody knows about it.
Cooking for Kim Tate. That's going to be nerve-wracking. Maybe Marlon can give me some advice on the menu.
Give over, your grub's belting.
It's not the kind of stuff she gets in her fancy restaurants, though.
I'm sure whatever you cook will be lovely, Lydia. Who knows what might come of it?
Megan, just think about it for a minute before you do something you might regret.
Forget it, Frank. I just want to clear my conscience so I can move on. Oh, Eric!
What is it, Megan?
It's about the accident.
If you're going to start lecturing me about your daughter, don't bother. Rishiori said enough yesterday.
Yeah, well, he had no right to, and he shouldn't have been made to leave the party because none of this was your fault.
What are you talking about?
I drove into the back of Jamie because I was texting whilst driving.
So it was done to you?
Well, not entirely, Eric. I think you know that.
So you're saying that I am to blame too for being deaf?
No, you're not to blame for anything. That's what I'm trying to say.
It was my fault, and I am so sorry.
Sorry? It's a bit late developing a conscience now, isn't it, after everyone's turned against me and the Tate lad for something that you did?
Well, she's been feeling terrible about it.
You let me take the blame for an accident that was caused by you. I ought to call the police.
Look, Eric, I can understand how you feel.
Do you? Megan let the Tate boy and I take the blame so she could duck out of it.
Right.
But she's making up for it now. You've got to applaud her honesty for that, surely.
Too little, too late. I'm fed up with people blaming the victim and getting away with it. Everybody has to take responsibility for their actions.
Let's not overreact to this. We are talking about... It's a small mistake. It's not a crime.
Small? I end up in hospital? Her daughter could have had a serious injury?
Eric's right. Look, it was my fault, nobody else's.
Well, I know you think this is all over, but the man's a monster. And the world's going to be a safer place when he's behind bars.
If he's a monster, then I'm to blame. Because I made him that way.
You don't really think that? He's played his part. This isn't on you. You didn't make him do any of this.
I spent years gaining his trust. Then I betrayed it and got him sent down.
Yes, because he was breaking the law.
He was also a father, and him going to jail wrecked Dawn's life.
I guess that's why she's decided to help him get revenge. But it's him she should be blaming, not you.
Is it? She was just a kid. I remember how excited she was bringing home pictures she'd drawn of the three of us. As far as she was concerned, I was her mum. And it didn't stop me.
You were just doing your job.
I should have got out as soon as I started having feelings for them. I've always regretted what I did to him, but when I thought he was dead, I knew there was nothing I could do to make it right. But now there is. And that's why I'm not going to set the police on them.
I should have come to you before, but I'll do whatever it takes to make up for my mistake now.
Mistake? Stupidity, more like. If you really meant that, it wouldn't be me you're confessing to, but the police.
Oh, whoa, I'm sure none of us want them involved. There must be better ways of solving this little problem. See, I've noticed that the B&B hasn't been doing very well lately, and maybe Take a Vow can throw a bit of business your way.
What?
Like any more bookings we have coming up in the future? Well, you know, rich daddy, determined to give his darling daughter the day of her dreams. Easy pickings for you if he puts his relatives in your establishment for the wedding. Oh, come on, Eric. You and I know how the world goes round.
Are you trying to bribe me?
No, he's not. Please, will you just stay out of this, Frank? Look, I've admitted that I was in the wrong. What happens next is your call.
If I tell the police, they will have to reopen the investigation, and if they're doing their job properly, they will charge you.
So you're going to report me?
You think that's vindictive? I have been through a lot lately, and I need to see justice being served.
I'll go along with whatever you decide.
Right. Well, I'll have to think about this. I'll let you know what I decide.
You do realise what this means, don't you?
That I finally told the truth?
And they could charge you with dangerous driving. You could get sent down for a long time.
Look, what's done is done. Eric knows the truth, so I just have to deal with it.
Well, it smells good.
See what it tastes like.
Probably the best meal you've had since you've come back. You always did need someone else to cook for you.
Game Farm's looking a bit of a mess. Sam's your man for that. Zach taught him how to look after it.
Long tradition. Always had poachers turn gamekeeper at Home Farm.
Hang on, are you accusing Sam of being a poacher?
I hope so. You know how to deal with them. That's how Seth started. And I couldn't have done without him.
Zach told me you were very fond of the old rogue.
It's always been hard for me to know who to trust. Most people have their own agenda. Seth just told it like it was. That's why I always listened to him.
Sam could be your man.
Big shoes to fill, don't you think?
Dinner is served.
Probably not the Gordon Blur stuff you used to.
Well, that's a relief. Always been a bang as a mash girl myself.
And I did start to reorganise the kitchen a little bit. I hope that's okay. I mean, I can put it all back if you want.
Where the cutlery goes isn't high on my list of priorities.
Yep. Cheers.
Oh, perfect, thanks. Suppose Megan sent you?
Nope. I'm here because I reckon you and me understand each other better than she ever could.
And why do you think that?
Oh, come on. We're cut from the same cloth. Guess you're better at it because you haven't been caught as often as me. But we've both done plenty of things we're not proud of. I mean, face it. We're the last people who should ever set the police on anyone. Well, I'm sure we both had it done to us a few times. Trust me, Eric. She couldn't feel worse about what happened.
That didn't stop Jay and Rishi accusing me of putting Eliza's life in danger when all along it was her mother who was the guilty party.
Okay. You've had a bad deal. But if Megan gets charged with dangerous driving, she could go to jail. That won't do you any good. And it would leave Eliza without her mother. I'll leave you to think what you'd like to get out of this. We're reasonable men. I'm sure we can come to a deal.
All tidied up. Yeah. I guess we'll be leaving them.
I'm not stupid, you know.
Aye?
Trying to play me. It was entertaining. That's why I've decided to hire you both. I'll have the contracts drawn up tomorrow.
Great, thanks. We'll see you tomorrow then.
See you then.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, love.
Bye, Lisa. Satisfied?
Don't know what you mean.
It's what you wanted, wasn't it?
No, I just wanted you to do the right thing for a change.
Fine. Well, now the Dingles and I have made peace, you can bring Belle along next time we have lunch.
And why would I do that?
Well, you two seem quite close.
No, we're just good friends. And who said I'd be coming for lunch again?
I did as you asked. That ought to mean you cut me a bit of slack.
Yeah, maybe. I better go too.
Oh, back so soon. You obviously enjoyed yourself.
That Jamie's a good lad.
Yes, he is. You know, I guess the two of you were setting me up after about 5 minutes.
You still gave them jobs, though. I just came back to find out how much you might be paying them.
Oh, don't worry, Lisa. They'll get a fair rate. You know, Seth would have laughed at the two of you, trying to pull a fast one on me. And he'd tell me I owe you. I shouldn't have had a go at you. In spite of everything you're going through, you're still putting your family first. I admire that.
I think that's what you're trying to do with Jamie, in your own way.
He obviously thinks it's too late.
The only time anything is too late, Kim, is when you give up. You should know that. I'm not giving up. And I think that you and I are cut from the same cloth in that respect.
Well, where have you been?
Talking to Eric.
You serious? I told you to keep out of it.
Well, I needed to try, at least. And I reckon I persuaded him not to call the police. Thought you'd be happy. I was trying to help.
Doesn't stop me from feeling guilty.
You'd feel even more guilty if you couldn't be here to help Eliza.
It's such a mess.
Well, I've sorted it out. Promised Eric we'll make it worth his while to stay quiet. No, this way we can put it all behind us.
And you think that's all it's going to take?
Eric will do the right thing. It's the best result in the long run. And we can move on with our lives. And I'm sorry, but I had to do it. Get some rest. See you tomorrow.
Hello? Is that Houghton Police? Yeah, it's Megan Macy here. I'd like to change a statement that I made about an accident in Emmerdale.
You've got to set a reminder for Monday to Thursday evenings at 9 this coming week. The story of the crime of the decade will finally be told in our new drama, Hatton Garden. Last weekend, we said goodbye to the Durrells. However, if you join Keely Hawes on Sunday evening at 7, you can see what the family did next after leaving Corfu. And stay with us on ITV after the short break. Peter and Michelle bring Carla home to Coronation Street.